Hello, everyone. My name is Wei. Today, I will present my research. The topic is the impact of live marketing on college students' impulse purchases. In the first chapter, I will introduce my research background and principle. The research background and theoretical evidence explain the growing importance of live marketing. I have observed that streaming media uses real-time interactions and promotional strategies to engage audiences and stimulate impulse shopping. The allure of time, pressure tactics, mechanical promotions, and streaming media has created an exciting shopping environment. I focus. We studied college students because they are very active on the live broadcast platform, very sensitive to promotional activities. Understanding this phenomenon helps marketers set up effective marketing campaigns and provide valuable insights for online businesses targeting young consumers. In my research, I proposed 5 research questions to guide my research. First, I asked how promotions in live marketing affect college students' impulse purchases. Secondly, I discussed the live broadcast environment, the impact of time pressure on impulse buying. Third, I investigated the role of live streaming interactions in influencing students' purchasing behavior. Fourth, I studied the impact of store atmosphere on impulse purchases during live streaming. Finally, I asked how the attractiveness of live streamers influenced students' purchasing decisions. These research questions helped me structure the survey and address key variables in the study. In Zhejiang P, I will present my research hypothesis based on the research question. I assume that promotions and live marketing have a positive impact on college students' impulse purchases. I also expect the store atmosphere to have a significant impact on the impulsive purchasing decisions of college students. In addition, I also hypothesized that the engagement and attractiveness of streamers would have a positive impact on students' impulse buying behavior. In addition, I believe that time pressure has a significant impact on students' purchasing decisions. Finally, I hypothesized that factors such as gender, age, and place of birth have different effects on students' impulse buying behavior. These assumptions provided guidance for my research in data collection and analysis. In this slide, I outlined my research goals. The first objective was to evaluate the impact of promotions in live marketing on college students' impulse purchases. The second goal was to analyze the impact of store atmosphere on impulse buying during the live broadcast. The third goal was to study the impact of live streamer interactions on students' impulse purchase. The fourth objective was to determine the impact of streaming media appeal on students' purchasing decisions. The fifth objective was to evaluate the impact of time pressure on impulse buying. Finally, my aim was to evaluate the impact of demographic factors on students' impulse purchases in the context of live streaming. In this slide, I will explain the scope and limitations of my research. My research focuses on college students in Guangzhou who actively use live streaming platforms. This study specifically investigated the impact of live marketing on impulse buying behavior. However, the findings cannot be generalized to other regions or populations. Now, I admit that my research focuses on live stream marketing, It does not include other forms of digital or traditional marketing. In this slide, I will introduce the research framework that guides my research findings, the framework and model for stimulating tissue response. The model explains how external stimuli affect internal states and behavioral responses. In my research, stimulus includes promotions, time, pressure, streaming interaction, streaming and attraction, and store atmosphere. The organism represents the internal mental state of college students, and reaction refers to their impulsive buying behavior. This framework helps me to analyze the relationship between independent and dependent variables systematically. It provides a clear framework for data collection, analysis, and interpretation of research findings. In this slide, I will define the key terms used in the study. Promotion refers to marketing that encourages customers to make immediate purchases through discounts or incentives. Time pressure refers to the sense of urgency generated by a countdown or stock alert during a live broadcast. Streaming media interaction refers to the real-time communication between streaming media and the audience. These definitions help clarify my research variables and ensure conceptual consistency. By defining these terms, my goal is to increase the clarity and validity of the research and promote accurate data analysis. In this slide, I will continue to define the key terms of the study. Store atmosphere refers to the visual and auditory elements created during the live broadcast. These elements can engage the audience and evoke an emotional response. Impulse buying refers to unplanned purchases by college students during live marketing. The attraction of live streamers includes more than just extras. Appearance also includes charm, communication skills, and affinity. By these definitions, we can gain a clear understanding of the key concepts and variables in this study. Defining these terms ensures consistency in the interpretation of results and improve research results and overall reliability. In the second chapter, I will review the relevant literature for my research. In this slide, I will discuss the relevant theories that support my research. I mainly worked with a stimulus tissue response model. The model explains how external stimuli affect an individual's internal state and behavioral response. I also considered the impulse buying theory. The theory focuses on the emotional and cognitive processes that drive unplanned purchases. These theories helped me understand how marketing strategies such as promotions, interactions, and store atmospheres affect students' impulse buying behavior. I believe that applying these theories can strengthen my research framework. This allows me to make a meaningful analysis of the relationships between the variables I study. In this slide, I reviewed research related to promotion and time pressure in live marketing. Previous studies have shown that college students respond strongly to discounts and specials. This could lead to impulsive buying. I also found countdown calculators, inventory limits, and other reminder time pressure strategies can create a sense of urgency in the audience. These strategies are used in live marketing to encourage quick decisions. By analyzing these studies, I learned how promotions and time pressure work together to influence college students' impulse buying behavior. This is also an important part of my research. In this slide, I will continue to review relevant research. The focus is on streaming interaction, store atmosphere, and streaming appeal. Research shows that The interaction between the media and the audience increases engagement and trust, makes students more likely to make impulsive purchases. The well-designed in-store atmosphere with attractive visual and auditory elements also enhances the shopping experience and influences purchasing behavior. In addition, the appeal of a live streamer includes personality, appearance, and communication skills. It also plays an important role in encouraging viewers to purchase products. These findings provide strong support for my research and help me understand the various factors that contribute to Mr.'s impulse buying decision. In chapter 3, I will explain the research methods used to conduct the research. In this slide, I will present my research design. I use quantitative research design because it allows me to use statistical analysis to study the impact of live marketing on students' impulse buying behavior. I used a structured questionnaire to collect data from Guangzhou college students. The survey included promotion time pressure, streamer interaction, streamer attraction, store atmosphere, and different components of impulse buying behavior. My research design allows me to objectively analyze relationships between variables and provide credible research results. Therefore, it contributes to the field of digital marketing and digital consumer behavior. In this slide, I will explain the research subjects and sampling methods. My research focuses on college students in Guangzhou who use live streaming platforms. I determined the sample size based on Kitty and Mo Morgan's table. This table shows that for 570,000 students, 384 samples are suitable. I then chose the interviewee, avoid selection bias. Make sure the sample is representative of the target population. This approach enhances the reliability of research results. Make sure the research findings reflect the views and behaviors of diverse study populations. In this slide, I will introduce the data collection process for my research. I used a structured questionnaire divided into different sections to measure my research variables. The questionnaire consisted of a total of 5 like-earth scales. Respondents expressed their level of agreement with each statement. I collected demographics like gender, age, and place of birth to analyze the impact on impulse buying behavior. Before a full investigation is conducted, I gave a small group of students a 4-point test to ensure the clarity and reliability of the questionnaire. This helped me refine the questionnaire, improve the quality of the data collected. In this slide, I explain the use in my research. Research tools, I set up a structured questionnaire. This includes the measurements and different parts of the independent and dependent variables. Each variable was evaluated using a 5-point Likert scale. Therefore, it can range from strongly disagreeing to strongly agree. I used existing methods from previous studies, modified it in order to adapt to the link of live streaming media marketing. My questionnaire covers promotional time pressure, streaming interaction, streaming appeal, store atmosphere, and impulse buying behavior. I have carefully designed the questionnaire to ensure the clarity of the questionnaire, accuracy, and relevance. This allows for the collection of meaningful and reliable data from research. In this slide, I will introduce how to ensure the availability of research tools. The content is valid and reliable to ensure the effectiveness of the content. I reviewed the relevant literature. We also consulted with experts in the fields of marketing and consumer behavior. I adjusted the measurements from previous studies in order to adapt to the live marketing environment, and I ran for tests to complete the questionnaire, make sure the issue is clear. In terms of reliability, I use checks paid to measure the internal consistency of the project, happiness, value. This shows that the tool is consistent and reliable in measuring my research concepts. In this slide, I will introduce the data analytics techniques used in my research. First, I do descriptive statistics and the demographic characteristics of the and describe the main characteristics of the data. Next, I used multiple regression analysis to study the independent variables. The relationship between I used SPSS software for statistical analysis, verify my research hypothesis. Through data analytics, I can determine the significance of each variable. An in-depth understanding of how live marketing strategies affect the impulse purchase decisions of Guangzhou college students. In this slide, I will present the descriptive statistics of the respondents in this study. I summarize the demographics of the participants, include gender, age, and place of birth. This information provides a sample population profile. It helps me understand the diversity of research. I also describe variables and averages and standards, jet lag, including promotional time pressure, streaming interaction, streaming appeal, store atmosphere, and impulse buying behavior. In this slide, I provide detailed descriptive statistics of the independent and dependent variables in the study. In this slide, so here's hypothesis 1. Regression analysis revealed higher normalized beta values. This result supports my assuming and highlighting the importance of promotion as a key strategy for live streaming. My analysis shows that the store atmosphere obviously contributes to the impulsive buying behavior of college students during the live broadcast period. The violation analysis revealed that there is a positive correlation between store atmosphere and students' purchasing decisions. In this slide, I introduced the analysis of hypothesis 3. The research results show that streaming media interaction has a positive and significant impact on college students' impulsive buying behavior. In this slide, I will present the results of hypothesis 4. My research results prove that the appeal of streaming media has a positive impact on college students' impulse buying behavior. This finding supports my hypothesis. It also emphasizes the importance of selecting streaming media that can attract audiences. In this slide, I present the analysis results of hypothesis 5. My research shows that time pressure has a significant impact on college students' impulse buying behavior. Regression analysis confirmed a positive correlation between time pressure and impulse buying, and this supported my hypothesis. It also emphasizes the importance of creating a time-sensitive environment in a live broadcast environment. In this slide, I will discuss the results of hypothesis 6. My analysis shows that gender, age, place of birth, and other factors have different effects on purchase. The results show that there are differences in purchasers among different demographic groups. So this is my conclusion. Businesses should adjust their marketing strategies based on demographic factors to improve the effectiveness of live marketing. In this slide, I summarize the main findings of the research analysis. My research found that all the hypotheses proposed are supported by the data: promotion, store atmosphere, streamer interaction, streamer attraction, and time pressure. It has a significant positive impact on the impulsive buying behavior of college students during the live broadcast period. In Chapter 5, I will conclude my research by summarizing the main findings and their implications. In this slide, I will discuss the implications of the research findings. I explain that marketing strategies such as promotions, time pressure, streaming, and interactive media created a stimulating shopping environment, encouraged students to make impulsive purchases. The immersive nature of the live broadcast is combined with effective live streamer communication in a positive store atmosphere, increased student engagement and willingness to purchase. My discussion also involves how businesses can apply these findings to improve other marketing practices. In this slide, I will make recommendations based on the research findings. I recommend that companies focus on creating professional live streaming paintings with attractive visual effects and clear product views. Broadcasters engage with viewers through real-time interactions, personalized recommendations, and product demonstrations. In addition, marketing design strategies should take into account the relevant characteristics of the target audience. Thanks. My analysis is complete.